Goal 16 is about finding ways to make sure that everyone lives in a peaceful society and can benefit from such things as justice and strong institutions. Peace and security are some of the main objectives of the United Nations. So let's have a look at some ways the UN family in Vienna and around the world is working for peace, security, and the rule of law. The Vienna International Center is one of the UN's 4 global headquarters and hosts a number of UN organizations. Due to the COVID-19 situation, it is not business as usual here. Most of the 5,000 people usually working here are now doing their jobs from home. For example, the UN's nuclear watchdog, the International Atomic Energy Agency. This organization works for safe and secure, but first of all, peaceful uses of nuclear energy. And in this way, it contributes to the world peace and also to the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals. Analysts for the Comprehensive Nuclear Test Ban Treaty Organization's Operations Center have also moved to remote locations to continue monitoring the globe to make sure that no nuclear test goes undetected. With so many people working from home right now, not only at the UN, one of the jobs of another Vienna-based organization is becoming even more important. The United Nations Office on Drugs and Crime helps countries fight cybercrime.
The COVID-19 pandemic has created a really fertile environment for cybercriminals to try and exploit us and to attack us. We're now helping our staff and people around the world to keep our kids safer online, to understand what the risks are and minimize any harm that could come to them.
The COVID-19 crisis has shown quite plainly that today's globalized world is more interdependent than ever before, and the crisis will hit the weakest the hardest. As countries lock down to stop the virus from spreading, UN Secretary General Antonio Guterres has warned that women and children are at risk for abuse and need support. Many of them are now trapped at home with their abusers. The Secretary General also made an urgent appeal for immediate global ceasefire to focus on fighting the joint enemy of all humankind, the virus.
I call on all those that can make a difference to make that difference, to urge and pressure combatants around the world to put down their arms.
The UN is already helping keep the peace in many places around the world. 13 UN peacekeeping operations are currently deployed on 3 continents. They provide security and humanitarian support to help fragile post-war societies to move on to real peace. The UN also helps people when the conflicts are still going on. More than 70 million people around the world have had to leave their homes and now look to the UN Refugee Agency, UNHCR, for support. In one of the world's largest refugee camps in Jordan, UNHCR is now helping doctors cope with COVID-19.
We are providing them with guidance regarding the procedures that they are doing inside their clinic in terms of infection control and preparedness and readiness.
UNHCR also helped build makeshift isolation units close to tented settlements in Lebanon.
الفرق اليوم الموجودة معنا عم تعمل تدريب على عزل بقلب الخيم أو إنشاء خيمة لصيقة للخيام اللي أوريدي هي موجودة اليوم لحتى يقدروا يعزلوا فيها الأشخاص المرضى.
Meanwhile, the World Food Programme, WFP, continues to deliver food to war zones that have already been hungry before COVID-19 hit.
After 9 years of conflict, the Syrian people have nothing left to cope with this new threat and the impact it has on their livelihoods.
In March, the UN launched a humanitarian response plan with an appeal for $2 billion to help the world's poorest and most vulnerable people. It aims to provide immediate help to the most needy and to make the world better prepared for the next crisis. The UN family is working hard to help countries protect all the world's people. If you want to help too, to promote peace and the rule of law, download the SDGs in Action app or check UN.org for more ideas. Thank you for watching.